Mickey, I'd like, if you would, hand that bat to Hank Small. And Hank was a fourth-round draft choice for the Orioles. They liked the way he swung the bat. John, unless you and Eddie and I back up a little bit, Coach Huntington is out here on the mound. And I don't want you to hit a camera now, Hank, but I want you just to take a swing. I'd like for Mickey just to see how you hold your bat.
The other guy that I really wanted to be a part of this series was Hank Small. He was not only the outstanding player during my coaching career. In fact, he made me a great coach because he hit the ball out of the park with consistency. He could steal bases. He could play first base. He could play the outfield. He was a wonderful team player, and he was a close friend. In fact, I thought so much of him that when I later in life became the athletic director and baseball coach at Coastal Carolina, I called Hank and asked if he'd be my assistant coach. And he said, "Coach, I've just taken a job with an insurance company in Charleston." He said, "Oh, you honor me, and I'd love to do it, but I can't leave. I've just come on board." And I understood that, and we remained friends. And then the tragedy, of course, is that Hank, just in a freak accident, hit his head on the pavement and didn't wake up. And I had the humbling experience of having his service in Atlanta. In fact, I remember three of my ball players, Jeff Grants and Greg Ward and Earl Bass, came down. Unbeknown to them, I called on all three of them, and they said some wonderful things about Hank Small. He was just a marvelous person, an abiding faith, and I was privileged to be his friend.
Johnny, would you throw the ball in? Maybe a couple of you pitchers can chase this ball down if he happens to hit it. Okay, one more, Hank. I'll give you one more swing since you popped that one up. All right, listen, before we go again, just two things. Mickey, you want to say anything about the way he swings?
Well, no, I don't like I said, I don't like to try to teach hitting. I know he's got a lot of power. I think his wrist is probably what it was, because you can see how he swings so hard. But one thing I forgot to say that I really believe in, and that is keeping your back foot in one place. I don't like to see a hitter, I guess Stan Musial did away with that theory because he used to drag his back foot. But if you can keep that back foot stationary when you're swinging, you won't move your head so much, and it makes the ball look a lot easier to hit. If you're moving your head at all this motion up here is wasted anyway, takes all your power away, and if you can sit real firm with this here back leg, it'll keep your head from moving, and it makes it a lot easier to hit. It's pretty hard to hit a ball when your head's
Hank, I'd like for you to take another swing now and just go ahead and maybe hit one more ball good, and then we'll work with bunting just a little bit. All right, now as we watch this, take one more swing, Hank.
Coach
Hank,
got a good sailor there.
I know it. Bad pitch, down low. All right, that ball really jumped. Hank, last year, Mickey, we went out to California, and as a freshman, he made the all-tournament team in California against good opposition, and he's going to hit the ball, and he's our best hitter right now on the University of South Carolina team. But we've got some boys that don't hit the long ball, but they need to get on base, and so for just a moment, I'd like for you to work with Eddie Ford and John Gambrell on the bunt. I'd like for you to take the bat, if you would, and maybe lay a couple bunts down, and they could watch you. Then we'll watch them try it and see how they do.
Well, first, Bobby, let me show you. I was just talking to him about drag bunting. This is what we call a drag bunt. You try to drag the ball between the pitcher and the first baseman and make the second baseman field it. Even if you don't get a hit all the time on it, it gets the second baseman to coming in on you, and your sharp line drives will go through to the outfield instead of being backhanded or great plays being made on you. But the first thing that I try to teach down in like with the Yankees is whenever you're drag bunting, you've got to keep it hidden until right at the last minute. After the guy throws the ball, the first thing you do is drop the bat down to about the trademark. And your first step is right straight toward the pitcher. It's not toward first base. If you're going toward first base and the ball is from the middle of the plate out, you can't do anything with it. But if you take your first step, you just cross your legs right straight at the pitcher, you've got the whole plate covered. If the ball's inside, it's perfect. But if it's outside, you can still control it. So I'll just try to do that a couple of times. That would have been in 1953. I'd have made it on that one.
All right, do one more.
That was too close to first.
Right.
That was a perfect one. I should have hit that. Okay.